Hey Capricorn, what's happening? What's crackalacking and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your May 2020 love tarot reading. I hope you guys are well. If so, let me know down in those comments down below. Keep in mind this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if they apply to your particular situation. If you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below. And you guys can also check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. That is the first link in the description if you guys would like to take a look into my family's life. Nonetheless, Capricorn, how are you guys doing? I hope everything is well, man. We definitely got a lot of interesting stuff coming up in May. I do want to apologize for being late on the reading. Thank you guys still for still coming through and supporting the channel and watching this video. May 7th, we had the full moon in Scorpio. We have Pluto currently in retrograde. I believe Saturn's going retrograde soon as well. And today, May 11th, Venus has gone retrograde. So we got lots of retrogrades activating that are going to be dealing with our love lives and our personal soul journey. So let's take a look and see what's being affected throughout the month of May here, okay? Messages for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout May 2020. What messages do we got coming through for the Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout May 2020. Let's get one last shuffle and see what we got going on, baby. Hopefully we got some fantastic stuff. Capricorn, the overall energy for you guys here is the Fool card. So you can be connecting possibly with an Aries here, excuse me. Can be dealing with an Aries. Your current energy, Cappy, is the Eight of Cups. The person you're dealing with is the Two of Wands, and the outcome that's present is the Hierophant. So you can be connecting with a Taurus as well. Based on the information provided so far, it does feel right now that you are getting ready to walk away from a situation, free yourself from somebody particularly. Now, this could be a commitment you're freeing yourself from, because the Hierophant does talk about commitments and things of that nature, but also it could talk about a lesson that you've learned. So I just saw that orb. I don't know if you guys saw that as well. That thing just shot right down. So that was interesting. I see a lot of orbs in my videos, but that one was like particularly very fast. Nonetheless, though, getting back into what I was saying, Capricorn, the Hierophant card can represent two things. It could represent a commitment. It could also represent learning a lesson. So whether or not you were committed to somebody or just dealing with someone, take it how it resonates, okay? So someone here is definitely not knowing how to react. And they're not knowing how to react because the Two of Wands talks about indecision. It almost feels like as you walk away from somebody, they don't know how to feel about it. They don't know if they're happy about it. They don't know if they're mortified about it. So you're walking away from somebody, freeing yourself from someone, and they don't know how to necessarily feel. Well, let's take a deeper look into this reading and see what we got going on, all right? So what I'm going to do here, Capricorn, is I'm going to go over the person you're dealing with. I'm going to take a look at how they feel towards you and what's going on with them throughout May 2020. Then I'm going to take a look at what's going on with you and how you feel towards this person throughout May 2020. We'll see where energies align, and then we'll see the outcome, all right? Now, in regards to who Capricorn is dealing with, how does this person feel towards Capricorn? And what is going on with them currently, please? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout May 2020. How does the person that Capricorn is dealing with feel towards Capricorn? And what is going on with this person throughout May 2020? Let's go ahead and take a look. The first card out is the Moon card. So you can be connecting with a Pisces possibly. Whoever you're dealing with, Capricorn, coming into the Moon card energy, it could be a Pisces or possibly a Cancer as well. This person is definitely reacting quite emotionally to what's happening. They are a little bit down here. We got the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the World card, and the Eight of Swords. So the first thing that kind of popped into my head was that song, I'm All Out of Love, I'm So Lost Without You. That's kind of the vibe that I'm feeling. I feel like whoever you're connecting with here, the moment you made the decision to walk away, it definitely came as a shock. This was somebody who was not expecting you to release yourself from this connection. They were expecting you to stay. So as you've walked away here, the Moon card to the Page of Pentacles, they wish that you could just come on back and offer them that same love you were giving them. This person is kind of blindsided, like, wow, Capricorn actually did it. And I feel like they feel abandoned by you, Five of Pentacles. They're like, wow, like they're in disbelief. They're in shock that you walked away from them. And they're still keeping an eye on you, Page of Swords. They're still watching your social media to see if you're updating statuses about them, maybe if you're subtweeting them, something like that. They're still taking a look to see what you're doing and how you're doing, because they want to know how you're reacting to this. Like, do you still care about me, Capricorn? That's what they want to know. And with the King of Pentacles here to the Ace of Swords, they're trying to stay grounded in this situation, but to tell you the truth, I feel like your person here cannot stop overthinking. So, of course, there is definitely a reason why you walked away from the individual you're dealing with. There's always reasons when you walk away from partnerships. Keep in mind as well, this could be a friend, a family member, or lover. However the reading resonates to who you're dealing with is how it resonates. But I feel like the person you're connecting with, the truth is they can't stop overthinking about the situation. They were blindsided by it because they didn't expect you to walk away. So we're going to have to get down to the bottom of the reason why you did walk away, which will end up showing up when I pull your side of the spread. But from what I'm feeling so far, the person you're dealing with, they are ultimately shocked, and I don't know if they're ready to accept that. I don't know if they want to accept this ending. So that's what they're going through on their side. Let's take a look at you. In regards to how Capricorn feels towards the person they're dealing with, let's take a look here. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout May 2020. How does Capricorn feel towards the person they're dealing with, please? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout May 2020. How does Capricorn feel towards the person they're dealing with? And what is going on with Capricorn throughout May? Let's take a look. First card out. Hey-o, we got the Wheel of Fortune. Also followed through by a couple of other cards that fell out. The Justice card, the Six of Swords, the Star card, and the Three of Cups. Jeez, you got some big energies coming through right now. So based on what I'm seeing for you, two cards stuck out for sure. You got here the Wheel of Fortune, and you got here the Justice card. You feel like it was only right and just for you to free yourself from this connection. Like, you felt like this was the right thing to do. So right off the bat, when you feel like what you did was right, then you've made the right choice. So ultimately, walking away from this person for you was the right choice. And you could have been connecting possibly with a Libra, an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or a Leo. So that Wheel of Fortune talks about the cycle is over. It's time for this to stop. And the Justice card is like, I'm doing what's right for myself. With the Star card here to the Three of Cups, I think you guys have a lot of faith and understanding that this connection was not meant for you. It was not meant to be the end-all be-all. And I think that you have a brand new sense of optimism moving forward in your love life, noting and acknowledging that there's other people out there that you will be ready to meet, that you'll be ready to come together with. So I think a lot of you Capricorns, as you are freeing yourself from this connection, are excited about what is coming next with the Six of Swords being there. Now moving forward here, Five of Cups, Two of Swords, King of Cups. What did suck is that ultimately you did love the person you were dealing with, you know? Excuse me. You did love the person you were dealing with. You did have love for them. You did care about them. And it was disappointing walking away from them. But it was a decision you had to make. Two of Swords. It was a decision you had to make. And when something feels right, you can only do what feels right in regards to your life. And it doesn't matter. You don't need to justify that. You can only do what you feel is right. Now, clarifying the Two of Swords, why did Capricorn decide to walk away from this person? What was the reasoning behind this? We got here Ten of Pentacles, we got here Knight of Wands, and we've got here the High Priestess. At the end of the day, the stability between the two of you was something that only was temporary. That's what I'm feeling here personally. It feels like between you and your person here, the stability was temporary. And what I mean by the stability is like the good moments you guys were sharing, the stable times, the times where everything was going the way that it needs to be or should be, was very temporary. Because it was almost like there was this consistent switch between you both, where things were going great and then in a split second they can go really bad. And you were kind of getting tired of that on and off, good time, bad time, good time, bad time with your partner. I think you were starting to realize intuitively, this doesn't feel right. You know, I think Capricorn, you acknowledge that when you're with somebody you love, of course, there has to be a great amount of effort and work put in to make the relationship continue to thrive. But I also think you're realizing that when you're with the right person, no matter what, you always want to fix things and you always want to keep working on it. when you stop wanting to work on it, or when the relationship starts to become burdensome to you, you start to question on, is this right for me? Is this connection worth it for me? And I feel like, considering that stability was always a little bit rocky between you and this person, because there's been multiple bumps in the road, it kind of got to the point, Capricorn, where you recognized, if I don't feel like this is worth fighting for moving forward, then this can't be the right person for me. Because if it was the right person, you'd never want to give up. And that didn't mean you didn't love them. That doesn't mean you may still not love them. You probably may still care for this person. I think you're coming to this recognition in May. If I don't feel like it's worth fighting for, then am I really with the right person? You know? You're starting to feel that powerful vibe of love depleting. You're not feeling a strong connection to the person you're dealing with any longer. So with the Ten of Pentacles here, it's like, I don't want temporary stability. I want to be a team. I want to be a team with the person I love. I want to be so in love with the person. I want to be so in love with my future soulmate that I'll never give up on them, and that they'll never give up on me. That we'll consistently try to better ourselves and better our relationship. I want a relationship that's team effort, not one-sided effort, you know? So you're looking for something that you and another person can continuously put work into and consistently thrive together. You're looking for that vibe and that passion that never fades, because unfortunately with the person you're dealing with here, you feel like it was fading. Not only was stability consistently fading, but the vibe, the passion, the love, that seemed to be fading too. And it was only right for you. Once again, it only felt right for you to make that decision to walk away. Because if you don't feel like this is the one, or if you don't feel like it's worth fighting for, then maybe you're not with the right person. And ultimately, bringing it right back to that optimism, Three of Cups to the Star card, there is this sense of optimism and wonder, Capricorn, that there is something else out there for you, and you're ready to experience it. I think with the person you're dealing with over here, you lost that sense of anxiety and butterfly in your stomachs and what's coming next. You lost that passion and that initial love that bonded you two together. You want to find a person that makes you feel like that forever. And listen, man, of course, feelings are temporary as well. You know, when you meet the right person, they can have longevity. When you meet the right person, you'll always care for them, right? But what I mean by feelings are temporary is of course, the honeymoon phase with somebody is temporary, right? You know, the beginning when you meet someone and you start falling in love with them, that feeling will eventually fade, sure. But the feeling of being in love is very different than just caring for someone. And I think you were starting to recognize with your person here, Capricorn, you weren't feeling in love. You cared, but you weren't in love. And that is such a big difference. It is such a big difference. So nonetheless, you know, you had to make that choice. I feel like this was a connection that had longevity too. You were with this person probably for a while, Capricorn. You could have been with this person for a couple years. For another number of you Cappies, you may have been with this person shortly. It could have been a couple months, doesn't matter. The point is though, is that you guys were together for quite some time. And the reason why the person you're dealing with feels so blindsided by it is because you were with them for a while. And they also feel blindsided by it as well because they knew you cared for them. But, I don't know. I'm getting this sense for some reason, this optimism, this feeling of you just know that someone else is out there for you and this is not the person. I don't know where that feeling is necessarily coming from, but that feeling keeps coming up. And that's what I'm picking up on the most. It is this feeling of there is someone else out there that I'm supposed to meet and I just know it. It's that intuitive feeling, and sometimes you just got to go with your gut, you know? So that's what I'm seeing here. In regards to where energies are aligning between Capricorn and the person they're dealing with, let's take a look. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout May 2020. Where energies aligning between Capricorn and the person they are dealing with. Boom, we got here the Chariot, we got here the Four of Swords, and then we got here the Three of Swords, and we got here the Four of Pentacles. Interesting that the Chariot came out. For some of you guys who are watching, you may be a Cancer Sun, and if you're a Cancer Sun, your 7th house is going to be Capricorn, because that is your house of partnership. So your Sun will always be the opposite in the 7th house. So just a pro astrology tip. So if you're a Cancer, your 7th house of partnership will be Capricorn. So for some of you Cancers, or for some of you Capricorns, you may be watching this if you're a Capricorn descendant and a Cancer sun, for some of you here, okay? There could be Cancer somewhere in your chart as well. Nonetheless though, the Chariot to the 4 of Swords, I do see you deciding that this break needs to be something that you have to take, Capricorn, because like I said, this feeling of optimism that someone else is out there, it's not a feeling that seems to be going away. So therefore, you're in this position right now, Capricorn, where you're like, I need to do this for myself. I need to see if my true soulmate's out there. So you are ultimately saying, I have to let this connection go. Something doesn't feel right. And with the 3 of Swords to the 4 of Pentacles here, the person you're dealing with, yeah, they're going to be hurt. Sure, you're going to be hurt as well. But with the 4 of Pentacles here, sometimes you have to take a step back and focus on what you need in your own life. And I think you needed a little bit more spice, sugar, spice, something nice. I think you needed more passion, Capricorn. And I think you needed to feel like someone was genuinely in love with you. And I think you needed to feel like you were genuinely in love with someone. So whatever reason, keep in mind, there could have been negative reasons you broke up with this person. I'm not 100% sure. This person could have cheated on you, or they could have, been talking to other people, or maybe they weren't so nice to you. The main point, though, of the reading is that you don't feel the passion or the sense of being in love anymore with them. And with that all being said, you're not going to stay around in a relationship that you're just comfortable with. You're going to move to a relationship where you know that you are so in love with this person and you want to keep fighting to make it work. So here comes the energy of freedom, but also the energy of blind faith, of running into the unknown. And what the unknown is who your next person's going to be. You know, that's where you're running to. You're running to your next soulmate. You don't know who they're going to be. You don't know when you're going to meet them. So you're running in with blind faith because you have this feeling that something better is supposed to come. Okay? As for the overall outcome between Capricorn and the person they're dealing with, let's take a look here. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout May 2020. In regards to the overall outcome, 10 of Swords. Yes, you do end this connection here. You will be ending this connection here to put in time to what you feel is right. Like I said originally, you felt like it was right to end things off with your person here, and you felt that there's something else out there for you. You don't know what it is, but you're really rolling with the punches, you're rolling with the feeling, you're going with the flow. You know that something else is out there. Taking a look, I just split the deck. Look, the Tower card and the 6 of Pentacles. You can choose between comfortability, being comfortable with your person, with the lifestyle you were originally living with them. And keep in mind, right, you guys tended to have a lack of stability. You guys would go back and forth between being temporarily stable and unstable. You can deal with that, or you can bring change into your life, the Tower card. You can invite in change, and maybe it will work out. You never know. So nonetheless, Capricorn, I feel that there is an ending taking place between you and this person because something else is out there that you're intuitively getting ready to come into alignment with. Now, if there's any more messages or reasons to why Capricorn and this person have split up, please come forward now to provide clarity. The Magician, the 9 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, and the Strength card. So in regards to any more underlying issues on why you and this person maybe weren't working out, the Magician and the 9 of Swords, it seems that you guys were always trying to, you know how a magician makes things happen? You were always trying to keep your relationship afloat. You were always trying to make it happen, right? So I feel like there was always this consistent worrying between the two of you that things were going downhill or things weren't working out, or there was a lot of anxiety, I feel, in this connection due to its lack of stability. I feel like there was a lot of anxiety there. And with all that anxiety being there, there wasn't much of a comfort level between the two of you. And with the 4 of Wands to the Strength card, of course, you guys were doing your best to solidify your bond in the past. It felt like you guys were always on rocky grounds. So, like I said, there could be multiple other reasons on why you may have, walked away from this person, Capricorn, or felt like they weren't the one, but it just feels right for you to walk away, at least in your opinion. And like I said as well, whether you feel this way or the other person feels this way or you both, there is this energy of feeling like there was never a solid, grounded moment between you two. Like the relationship was never on a solid foundation. It always felt like there was a rocky foundation and lots of bumps in the road. There was stability, then lack of stability. It was so anxious and on and off and back and forth, and it was never just calm waters. And that's something that's uncomfortable for you, because when you really find someone you love, Capricorn, you guys love to settle down. Okay, of course, if they're really important to you. And that's what you're looking forward to. You're looking forward to settling down with your real true lover, your real true soulmate, and you can feel that something else is out there. So this is the universe calling you, If you feel that it's right, the universe knows it's right. So you feel the universe is calling you to somebody else. And you can feel like you're being called to somebody else. And sometimes, as risky as it is to walk out of a place that's comfortable for you, you got to go ahead and take that chance. I know some people would be scared to walk out of a relationship that they are secured in because they may fear being alone or being lonely. But you don't want a relationship that just provides security. You want a relationship that you are so in love with, that you are so happy and content with, that you'd never give it up. It's not about the comfortability aspect or the security. It's about how in love are you with this person, and how willing are the both of you to continue to grow and create and move forward in life. You got to be with the people you're really in love with, not the people you feel secure with. Okay? So nonetheless, Capricorn, that's basically what I'm seeing. And, with that all being said, 6 of Wands. I believe, honestly, for those of you that this resonates to, I believe that your star is out there. I really do. And I believe that you are going to come into alignment with them. I believe your soulmate's calling you. And sometimes you're with the wrong person. And you have to, leave that individual, continue focusing on your life, and let the new one come into alignment. Let the true soulmate come into alignment. All right? So nonetheless, it's your life, Capricorn. Live it in whatever way you want. You never have to take my advice if you don't want to. Of course, if the reading doesn't resonate, don't apply it to your life. And if it does, make your own decisions and use your discernment as much as possible. But nonetheless, I think someone's calling you here. The soulmate's call. If you guys enjoyed, let me know down below. And yeah, man, thank you guys so much for coming through. I hope you guys have an awesome, amazing rest of your May. And I will catch all of my lovely Capricorns in June 2020. Much love to all of you guys. Take care and have a good one. Peace.